we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90, together we are mighty. We are the 99%. You can stick your coronavirus up your arse. You can stick your coronavirus up your arse.
And then they come around and send a bunch of health workers, so-called ticket givers, to further demoralize these same people that have no money, and they fine them for $1,296 for attending a rally like this. Giving people a fine for exercising their human rights of assembly and protest. Now, I want you to do the math on $1,296. That is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Do you think that it's just a joke that they did this? Charging us $1,296? That's a multiplication of 6,666. That sounds pretty demonic to me.
It was, I'm not even going to get into that story. It was supposed to be ratified, never was, but it wasn't really. It's not made to represent we the people properly. So what we've done with Unified People, and this has been done over the last year, we have drafted constitutions. There's a base one that was drafted first, and the other provinces, or what we call nations now, it's set up on a republic system. Democracy has always sounded, and we've been taught that democracy is the way to go, but we've seen what happens with that. It's basically a mob rule sentiment, and even referendums may work in that direction down the road, and it's not always the best answer. And there's information out about that, so we've...
Wyatt's here with me, and we're just at the rally here, and just during the speeches here, I figured I'd quickly get a hello and see how it was going, and quickly touch base with you.
Yeah, well, I think it went very well. I did my speech. I did put a challenge out there. I was telling them, look, if you want to find me, do it over here. Don't do your coward's work of coming afterwards with 5 or 6 people to my door, but come while I'm here. And we will see if they will pick up on that or not.
Definitely. Yeah, it was a really good turnout today, and yeah, it seems like it's going to be a really good event. So there's still some more speeches to come. So yeah, we'll see. Have some more speeches and continue on with the day. And
it's
great to see you, and great.
Thanks for being out here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we could make it out here. So it's good seeing you. Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
We have a pandemic, there's no doubt about it. It's a pandemic of fear, but also it's a pandemic of testing. There are no tests to find out if you have a virus. There are no tests to find out if you're sick because of a virus. The PCR test, the one that's used throughout the world, was invented by a Nobel Prize winning doctor, Gary Mullis, and he even said this test is to be used for experimenting in a laboratory only. It is not capable of telling us if you are sick. It is not capable of telling us if you have the virus. It is not capable of telling us whether or not you are contagious to anybody else. So why are they using a useless test to keep a pandemic going? It is a fraud. So far, the world economy has downgraded by over $100 trillion. And the 1% of the richest people have gotten richer by $10 trillion this year alone. So this is beneficial for a lot of corporations, but I'm telling you from a doctor's point of view, especially a doctor that's dealt only in natural health for 45 years now, it is not beneficial to you at all to be locked down. It is not beneficial to our parents that may be in nursing homes right now to be isolated away from their loved ones.
Oh, I'd rather be a human than a slave. Oh, I'd rather be a human. And don't you know that you can? Oh, I'd rather be a human than a slave. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. That was kind of bad, but you get my point, right? And it wasn't all the right words. I kind of was trying. Anyway, I digress. I'm looking. And now for something completely different. I'd like to welcome to the stage here Wayne Sturby. He's with the Manitoba Party, and he's going to share some insight on some political movements that's happening right here in Manitoba.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's been a long afternoon already, and I've had the benefit of being in my vehicle, keeping warm, while you've all struggled to stay warm out here. Appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to speak today, Sharon. Jerry, that was phenomenal. I'll tell you, if ever there was a difficult speech to follow, that was it. Good to get reacquainted with you again after all these years too. One of your comments that I listened to, and I was in the van, and I thought it was so funny, I couldn't stop laughing. Herd stupidity. That's what we're living in right now. Herd stupidity. Pastor Tobias Thiessen, what an impressive job he did this afternoon.
Yeah.
I've never attended church. I was part of the protest on the highway a few weeks ago, but judging by what you said, this afternoon, I think that my wife and I would have a great time visiting your church and listening to you preach. I'm always impressed when somebody isn't afraid to stand up for Scripture, for godly principles, for the name of Jesus Christ. Always impressed by that. Working together to build our province, where individuals and families are free to decide for themselves what is best for them, and where we strive to ensure opportunity, prosperity, and the conditions necessary for all our citizens to flourish. The Manitoba Party is committed to the formulation of policies that promote free enterprise, limited government, individual freedom, and that builds upon the traditional Canadian values that have made us strong and free. You know, I'll tell you, when it comes to that phrase, and this whole thing started off this afternoon with the singing of our national anthem, those two words, strong and free, are the most beautiful words ever written to describe a nation. We believe in the political process, but we intend to restore politics to what it used to be and what it needs to be. Yeah. The Manitoba Party freely embraces the spirit of our Canadian Constitution and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This is very important. We recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law, knowing that true security comes from the protection of law, and that our law is based on the immutability and the supremacy of God. The Manitoba Party further recognizes that our rights and freedoms are God-given and not granted to us by government. The Manitoba Party is committed to and supports government policies that protect the rights of individuals according to natural law. Now, what are these rights? Among these rights are the sanctity of life,
Yes.
the freedom of speech,
Yes.
the freedom of religion,
Yes.
the freedom of the press. But I'll tell you, we have a few words to say to the press, and those words have already been spoken.
Yes.
We need your help. We respect your right to be here. We respect your right to cover things like this. We respect your right to interview people. We respect your right to interview politicians.
Yes.
We respect your right to deliver the news, but do not spin the news.
That's right. Yeah. Report is.
And when you report statistics, make sure you are doing a thorough job of it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And when you are asking questions, make sure you have a decent follow-up question, because all you are permitting right now is you are permitting politicians to evade to get away from answering the tougher questions. Right. You have a responsibility. Right. We respect your rights of the press. Right. But we expect you to do a better job than what you have been doing.
I agree. Right. Well said, well said.
We respect the right to assembly. That's why we're here today. The right, and listen, the Manitoba Party has fully committed itself to defending the right for every person to defend themselves from attack, from assault, home invasion, and any threat to life. The right of individuals to be treated equally and justly under the law and to enjoy the fruits of one's labor. Well, I'll tell you. And then Abraham Lincoln said, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This is what the Manitoba Party will restore. Thank you very much for staying until the bitter end. God bless you.
Therefore, they can't have a state of the emergency.
And I also wasn't presented the second one. I was presented the first one.
Why is there two?
I'm not sure. I don't understand.
There's just two different. Take those tickets. You buy them all. I thought you said he had it. Well, he can't. Or yes, he can. Sorry, yeah. Sorry. You're at risk of dying. Are you getting a ticket for being at risk?
What a bunch of inhumane.
You want to schedule something? Sure.
Yeah, Monday at Monday about 2 o'clock. How's that?
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
You be home? Make you work for it? Sure. Monday at 2 o'clock. Why don't you bring like 9 or 10?
No, you know what? Monday, I'd rather do it now because we're on overtime.
Oh! You're going to be on overtime? He's having a good weekend. And I know the laws are that
I know.
Your state,
okay.
but
okay.
it ain't going to be like that.
You're more than free to speak.
I want one from an officer.
Okay?
From a police officer.
We'll come
I don't want these officers, they're hiding behind you.
We'll come and see you Monday.
Sure. Monday at 2?
Unless you want a ticket now?
2, how many you get? Who's it coming from?
One of the police officers.
One of the police officers.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Totally disgusting.
Can we get one from Harold?
Huh?
Can we get one from
He's
Harold?
the boss. He doesn't write tickets anymore. He hasn't written a ticket in years. He just tells people who to write tickets to.
Where'd you get your ticket from? Number 7. Number 7? That's like the original cop. That must be Harold.
I didn't answer the door because who would? Who in their right mind would answer the door when you've got people smashing on your windows?
Yeah, exactly.
So I just got that ticket handed to me. At least now I know that they're not.
I just wonder how long they would want to continue to do this. Would you guys do this in 6 months from now as well, too? A year from now?
Just wait for the ticket right now, or you want to shoot Monday? It's up to you. Hurry up.
I didn't have time.
You might as well give me one now.
Okay, sounds good.
You're just going to bring it over here? That's ridiculous. Okay. You guys, come on. Don't be so
How do you
ridiculous.
do that, like, as an officer?
Come on.
That's sworn oath to uphold our
The
rights
number
and
one
freedoms.
law is our rights and freedoms.
Consenting adults here. All I only see is consenting adults. No one's forced to be here.
You're
Consenting
being forced
adults.
to go against our rights.
Thought the
and
country of
freedoms.
Canada was okay with consenting adults not breaking the law or harming anybody.
We got no problem. But
No property damage.
Do you, as an officer,
your protest is appreciated.
It's appreciated. It doesn't really feel like it at this point now, does
view
it?
this act superseding the law?
That's amazing. That's amazing. Look at these guns. You know.
Mister, here you go. End the lockdowns.
I've got one already. I've got one. Thank you. Yeah.
That's got to really twist your gut up.
These aren't good times.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's okay. Couldn't really see that. Yeah.
No, they're definitely not good times, but
I don't have the answer for it. I appreciate it. The communist China, maybe.
Nobody has the right
Russia,
to tell you who
maybe.
you can associate with. Like, we're treading on
Well,
very dangerous.
Isn't it kind of human instinct in tough times, especially tough times that have been going on for a long time? Don't people gather to try to figure it out?
And like I said, when I was up there,
They're not peace officers.
You just asked me a
They're
question.
not
You cut
peace
me off.
officers. They're creating harm.
Because you're
They're
saying they have to
creating
deal with health.
disease. They're creating stress on the people, and the people are getting sicker.
Like, are they thinking we're animals that they can hand these fines to?
Apparently.
Do you think we're animals?
Consenting
Sorry,
adults.
just a question.
Consenting adults. No injured parties. No property damage. No one's going to have to go pay anything after this whole thing is done.
I even shoveled the sidewalk before everyone got there.
I highly doubt you had a resident of the neighborhood call the police and say somebody, you know, something is going wrong. Come help me, come help me. No injured party. No damage. Consenting
just doing
adults.
What you're told. That was the #1 excuse at the Nuremberg trial. We were just doing what we were told. Stop doing what you're told, use your heads, and start educating yourself.
Study the history.
You are not helping a pandemic. You are increasing the stress on the society. And your jobs are all being paid by these people.
And that's right. Study the
all
history.
Taxpayers are paying
Learn
your
from
job.
history. You're oppressing people
And
right
you're
now. Learn from
oppressing
history.
taxpayers.
What do people do when they oppress? How long can they take it? Study the history.
Yeah, what about in 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 8 months from now? 2 weeks to flatten the curve, right?
Businesses are going broke because of you. The lockdowns are hitting us economically incredibly. $1 trillion just in Canada.
And if you
loss
want to,
of business, loss of jobs.
and if you want to go survive, they hit you with having to pay even more, right? Now pay the ticket too.
When you're down and out, $1,296.
Really, what we need.
Multiply 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. How demonic is that?
They got the numbers right.
You should be ashamed.
Shame